us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Gamecocks offense will start this game off. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
The receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two.
And they got him for the sack.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterbacks.
Afterburners coming. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love
it. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
So NC State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock. Old school. 2 of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. On the run, it's Beebe. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Off play action. Finds the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They move the tight end all over. He'll do it himself. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
At the 35, he's loose. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He's looking to pass. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Powers through. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Wants to return it. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Going for the big play. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
And stampeding through the defense. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The timing was just off with the freshman pass well behind him.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Gets it out quickly.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick setting up 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Third and goal coming up here. Quickly complete and tackled there by the defense. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Plows through the defense. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Might as well give it to him again. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. The back goes in motion. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got an open man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner goes down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this off. Going up top. Pulls it in on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads it left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. The give to the back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Get it out on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Pulls and fires complete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's going to run it. Runs through the tackle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's just so frustrating on the defense. I mean, you got great initial coverage. You understand 3rd and short, the ball might come out fast, and then what does the quarterback do? Scrambles around, buys time, gets the 1st down pretty easily. Now you got a new fresh set of downs, a new fresh set of problems.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. They'll run play action. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like.
Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
Man, what a great break on the seen it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's now second and
Just enough time to get off one more snap. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he's made 1 already, and this one ought to be caked from 21 yards out. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he's made 1 already, and this one ought to be caked from 21 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fair catch called for and made. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia.
The Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
He's got it on the right.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Gets it out fast. Tackle is made after the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone,
ball's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Floating away. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
Easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll pull it on the read. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
The name of the game is getting to the quarterback. But I love getting to the quarterback and finishing with a nice rip and forcing that fumble out. God, there's nothing like it.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. And as a result, that ball's incomplete.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for space. It's Tonga. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Steps away. He'll try to do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
He just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it. You just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They take the lead with the 6.
Touchdown, NC State.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Coming into this one, it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, the tight end was in blocking on that play. The quarterback just kind of freaked out. He was just trying to find someone to outlet and dump the football to. He found the tight end. He wasn't expecting it, and as a result, loses yards in the catch.
And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away.
14 in punt formation to kick it away.
Catches it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Trying to find his man on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get it.
He wants to take the top off. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. First down here for the offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. He shanked it. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking to pass on second down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Fires to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him just a length or two short of the... And what they can do on second down here.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now second down as they try to run this clock. The give as they work on that clock. Wolfpack will get the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. The snap sets up the throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Past the 30. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, NC State! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's straight. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He makes the catch. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds with a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Quickly complete. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you've got to go get the stop. You've got to get the football back. You've got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. Buys a little extra time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
The pass is incomplete. It leads to second down.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that pass intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle,